Good day, everyone. Rosemarie Neumayer here, and today's a hands video. These are my hands. Mine, the blister, it's healed quite nicely, actually. But been doing some gardening and trimming and stuff, and I always end up with a blister. Anyway, gloves or no gloves. So what we're going to be doing today is a crochet ball. I call this a cat ball because that's what I use it for, but a stuffy ball has so many uses. It's a great basic shape. You can use it to make a snowman. You can use it to do just, kids like to throw these at each other, for the record. Lots of different things. So it's a great beginner project, very beginner friendly. And you learn basic techniques, the single crochet, the increase, the decrease, and shaping, basic shaping, because that's what this has. So I figured, you know, this is a pattern I've made 6 years ago, and it's time I share it with everybody. There will be a written pattern card for this, and you'll find it on my website's freebie page, and that's rosemarineumayer.com. So what we're using is Burnett Handicrafter for this one. It's a medium worsted weight type thing here, and also sometimes called sport weight. And I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook. I use the Susan Bates Ergo hooks simply because I have a big hand. And as you can see, this comes out. A regular metal crochet hook hits me in the hand, so which is bad. You don't want that. So if you pick up a regular crochet hook and it doesn't come out the bottom of your hand, you need to get yourself a longer hook. Otherwise, you're just going to give yourself hand pain. So, little pro tip there. And here we have what we're actually going to be using. This is the Lively, which is an ombre. But I just have it in big balls and like the big skeins, and I've just balled it up. So it's ready to go. And I just thought that would be a little more fun than a solid color. And it's in my handy dandy little cheapy plastic container with shelf lining glued to it, hot glued to it, because just to keep the ball from rolling around, right? You don't have to spend a fortune on your gear. Okay, so I'll just jump right into it. Now, I like to start by making a slip knot and chaining 2, and then putting my stitches into the second stitch from hook. That's a very old school method. If you'd like to make a magic ring to start your work, go right ahead, make your magic ring. So I'm going to do my starting 1 slip knot and then chaining 2. So there we go. And I do have a video, previous hands video, that shows how to do the slip knot if you need a slowdown of that. Okay, so now that you've got that, you're going to put your working stitches in here, and that's going to be, we're starting with 6. And that's, sorry, I just moved the cat hair there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochet. Beautiful. Okay, and then because this is going to need to be knotted, because that's how I do with all the slip knots. And there we go, just to keep it from moving. You do the same thing, by the way, I'd recommend with a magic ring. I do actually know how to make a magic ring, thanks to Hook by Robin. But I still prefer this, just as what I'm used to. Because, yeah, I've been doing this way too long. Okay, and so next round, we're going to do increasing for the whole thing. So you're going to increase all the way around, so which is 2 single crochet into 1 stitch. And then grab your stitch marker and put it right there. It's funny, before I started filming this video, Gregory decided to jump up and check out what I was doing. So I have a little outtake of that. But that's why there's a little bit of cat hair floating around. Okay, so 2 all the way into each single stitch around, which is going to give you 12 single crochet. And I'm using a cotton yarn because I just prefer natural fibers. Also, there's hardly any stretch to cotton, which is a good thing. You don't want stretch when you're making a stuffy. Stretch is a bad thing because stretch, if the yarn is stretchy, it lets the stuffing out, which you don't want to see the stuffy's guts. That would be, you know, not a good thing. Plus, this can go in the washing machine and the dryer and come out looking fantastic. Okay, so next round we're going to do 1 single crochet increase for a total of 18 stitches around. So there's our first one, and then, oops, sorry, I went off camera there. Ta-da, and single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. And if you make it as the pattern is, like with the yarn I'm using, you can use any cotton that's this weight. Lily Sugars and Cream, Burnett Handicrafter, Loops and Thread from Michaels, and then even if you're lucky enough to be in Canada, we have Suds from Estelle Yarns, and that is, if you want to up your game, that is lovely. That's the best cotton in this weight category that I've come across in, well, available to me here in North America. So, and very reasonably priced. So, okay, and then that's done. So one thing I'm going to show you here is how to kind of alternate and see how it kind of gives you this, yeah, there we go. It's kind of a, you know, it's not perfectly round. It has a little bit of offsetting, almost like it has corners because of the increase. So what I'm going to do now is the next round is 2 single crochet increase, but I'm going to flip it so that I put the increase here, and then I'll do the 2 single crochet, and we'll do that around. And that just helps get rid of a little bit of that squared off look to it, you know, the hexagonal look, which you don't necessarily want. I mean, if you have it, it pretty much, it's fine too, and it comes out when you're stuffed for the most part. But this just helps make it a little easier for that to lose that shape. So, and this, oh, look at that. I was like, I wonder why this is slipping much. I forgot to wrap it around my pinky. I like to wrap my yarn around my pinky for tension. I was just going to show you, like, see, that's how I hold my tension. Everybody's is different. You'll find what's comfortable to you. Spoiler, for the first week or so, nothing feels comfortable. Anyway, and there we go. And then 2 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, increase, and there we go. And, oh, keep the yarn on the hook. That's always helpful. And 2 more. And of course, you can make this up in whatever you want. Remember, if you're using a bigger weight with a bigger hook, you're going to end up with a bigger ball. And if you use smaller with a smaller hook, you'll end up with a smaller ball. Okay, so now we're going to do the next round. I've already done the first stitch here. Just autopilot here, don't mind me. And then 2, 3. So we're doing 3 single crochet and then increase. And then that's all for this round. Just 2 single crochet, or 3, my goodness, learn to count, girl. And there we go, increase, and 1, 2, 3 single crochet. And I dropped my yarn. This does actually happen, more so the angle that I'm at. This is not the most natural angle to be crocheting for me. But you will occasionally drop your yarn. That's, you know, that's how my videos are. You just get to see the whole thing. One long take. So I don't polish it. I don't make it look pretty. You get to see the whole process. And I think that has a certain appeal to it too, because so many of these nice, beautiful, polished videos make it look, I mean, easy, obviously, but it also sets an unrealistic expectation. So that's the trade-off of being able to watch a video here where it's just the rough crochet. So there we go. Although I tell you, some of those videos are absolutely gorgeous and, slightly envious. But anyway. Okay, so there we go. So we've done our increasing to get a shape, and see how this is less hexagonal in shape. It still has a little bit of it, but is even hex the right? Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. And so yeah, so it's ready now, and what we're going to be doing is just 5 rounds of straight up single crochet all the way around, because that's what's next. And I lost my yarn again. There we go. Oh, that's actually fluff, like stuffing fluff. I do have a bag open here. I buy big bags of stuffing, and then I keep them in like a Ziploc freezer bag. When I'm just working on a project, I'll put a bunch into it just to make it easier for me to manage, because carrying a big bag of stuffing everywhere really is not it's awkward. And there we go. So this is just round 1. And we're going to go through this very slow process of just doing each single crochet around. Suppose I should give you counts. I think I started doing that and then forgot. So round 1, you're looking at 6 single crochet. Round 2, you're looking at 12 single crochet. Round 3, which is the 1 single crochet increase, you're looking at 18 single crochet around when you're all done. And the next round, you're looking at 24 and 30 for the final. And then that's where we are now. We're just doing 30 single crochet all the way around for 5 rounds. So, yep. This is the part where it gets to be really kind of relaxing, because you're just in that zone and you're just doing this very repetitious thing, going around and around and around. So, okay, so that's round 1 done. Round 2 of the single crochet. So put my marker in, and so just slow this down a second here. So, okay, yarn in, or your hook in. I yarn over, so just, and then pull it through, and then yarn over again, pull it through. There we go. And that is your single crochet. All right, moving on. Just in case someone needed to see that. I've shown it in my previous video, but, might as well slow it down. And, I'm going to be doing this up as a free pattern on my website. I mentioned that earlier on. So you'll have a pattern card for it, just like I did for the teeny tiny baby octopus. It'll be up there as a freebie. Feel free to use it. This is great. The cat balls are fantastic for kittens. They love chasing them around. The way I've designed this particular one actually is that it's actually big enough that it does not get lost underneath your fridge or your stove. Because that's a huge problem with cat toys. And it's a little bit bigger, so they can bunny kick it and all that stuff. Small dogs also tend to like this, as I've discovered. Our Chihuahua Yorkie cross will also play with the crochet cat ball from time to time. And yeah. Now, if you have a local humane society, well, every place does really, I guess, or I should hope so. If you have a humane society or local rescue, if you want to make up a bunch of these and donate them, feel free. They would be absolutely tickled pink, because, yeah, free choice. So this is round 3 of the crocheting around. I really love the way an ombre makes up. This is our single through crochet through round 3 all the way around. And like I said, I love the way the ombre makes up. I'm very fond of Lively. I mean, like, look at this. This is so fun. And there's always something so satisfying about how ombres make up. So if you've got a basic project and it's not, you know, it's kind of boring, this is a way to, if you'll excuse the pun, liven it up. Anyway, but yeah, I like this. This one is probably my favorite ombre at the moment. That does tend to change, but I've been, oh yeah, probably about 3 years now. I've been obsessed with this one, basically since it dropped, actually. I was just like, yes. I love the rainbow effect it gives. It just makes me very happy. And I love the colors because I like color. It's kind of funny. I never thought I'd use a lot of white or a lot of black in stuffy making when I first started doing this, but yeah, those are the ones I use the most of because they're all accent colors and stuff. Okay, so round 4, single crochet. Put your stitch marker back in, keep going around. And if you do not happen to be as fast as me, sitting at this very awkward angle at my table with my iPad on a plate stand, don't worry about it. If you're faster, that's good too. I'm a lot faster at this when I don't have my elbows in an awkward position. Speed comes with repetition. The more you do this, the faster you're going to get at it. Until a point where you kind of plateau. But it's just, yeah, it's just repetition. That's all it is, because you're building up muscle memory. And so this is a really good way to make sure your little gray cells keep doing the little gray cells thing. They keep firing and working. And there's also, of course, a little bit of math, right? Because with your increase, you're adding, and with your decrease, you're subtracting. Now, of course, a well-written pattern will have all the math there for you. However, it's still there, right? Because this one has this crochet pattern has increases and decreases that are even. And we started with 6. You're doing increases of 6 around and decreases of 6 around. So that's the pattern there, in case you're wondering. That's the lovely thing about having rounds that are with increases and or decreases, I should say, as well, that are even, because it's really easy to do the math on that. Okay, so this is round 5. Put our little stitch marker there, and we're getting to the home stretch. Woohoo! Oh gosh, 18 minutes. Over 18 minutes. Like I said, I can usually whip one of these up in 15 minutes. So this very awkward position is, but I figured it's a good idea. Share this with all of you out there who would like to learn. Also, just looking for a fun little basic ball, because, I mean, there are so many patterns out there, but it's really, when I was looking, there's really not that much basic forms. And that's useful, especially when you're first starting out, but also too, if you just want to make a toy. Yeah. Now, of course, too, this basic circular shape can be circular? No, sphere, actually. It's a sphere because it's 3-dimensional. This spherical shape can be used. You can modify it in any way to make anything that is round. That's a sphere, right? So if you want to put stripes in it, if you're going to put stripes, I recommend doing the first bit to the first round of single crochet, and then change color, do 2 rounds in your stripe color, and then change back to your main color or your third color if you're doing that, and do the rest of the instructions there. So keeping the stripe in them here is that's what I find works best in terms of just looking a little better balanced. Okay, so that's done. And now we're going to start our decreasing. So we're doing 3 single crochet decrease. And the decrease I'm going to be showing you, 1, 2, and 3, is an invisible decrease. This invisible decrease, though, is one I've just recently found out about. And it's going through the front loop and then the back loop of the next stitch. So pull it up and pull it up. Okay, there you go. So 1, 2, 3, and front loop, and then put it through the, well, I split the yarn there. You gotta be careful with that with 4-ply cotton. And there we go. So see, front loop, back loop, and forward. So, okay. 1, 2, 3 single crochet, then front loop, and your back loop. It's a little trickier, but it does give a tighter invisible decrease. 2, 3. The standard invisible decrease that I've been using for a dog's age is front loop and front loop together, and then like that, okay? But the front loop, back loop is tighter. And when you're stuffy making, that's the goal. So that's why I've switched after many, many moons of using the front loop, because I found that. And there we go. That was another YouTuber actually who showed that video. And oh, Get to Hooking Crochet, I think is the name of the channel. She does crochet comedy, and it's hilarious, but also some really cool tips and tricks. And yeah, it was a new one to her too, apparently, but she was doing a series on decreases. And yeah, it was a very good video. Okay, so we're done. That's our first round of decreasing. Okay, so for the next round, we're going to start again, just again to help get rid of this, because when you stack your decreases, you can get a bit of a bump from it. It can also help make holes. So we're going to do our, the next direction is 2 single crochet decrease, but what we're going to do is start the 2 single crochet, this round off with the decrease. That's the words I'm looking for. English, do you speak it? Okay, so we'll start with the decrease here and then do 2 single crochet. So that's just a little trick. Patterns will list, you know, the basic stuff, but if you just avoid the stacking, and I'll actually write it this way too, just so people can have that, you know, memory minder. But it just keeps the decreases from stacking, because a stacked decrease can create holes in your work, which again, when you're stuffy making, that's what you don't want to do. So 1, 2, and invisible decrease. And front loop, back loop, pull the yarn through, and up again. 1 and 2, and invisible decrease. Yeah, there and invisible decrease. It's funny, I was making cat balls because I have cats, right? And so I was making these for, oh gosh, almost as long as I've been crocheting. But I actually didn't write the pattern down until May of 2020. I was like, maybe I should write it down and figure out, sorry, losing my voice there, figure out a standard pattern for it. And then it's just sat in my little notebook. Okay, so our next one is 1 single crochet and then decrease. Because I was like, oh, I don't think anyone will be interested in it. And then I was like, silly thing, you know, silly human. People like basic things that they can make when they're starting out, and also people like cats. Like, I'm not the only person who loves cats. So, yeah. And like I said, too, kids like this. They'll pick this up at the table, even though it's in when I do my art show, and they'll throw it at each other. And, like, I've had kids buy it for themselves. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? If you want to toss a stuffy ball at a wayward sibling, go for it. No one loses an eye. Okay. Plus, they're just fun. And it's funny because sometimes when I'm done making them, I'll just find myself picking them up and tossing them around for a little while, too. Okay, so, and here's our last decrease of this particular round. And the next one is to decrease all around. But first, take off my brace, pull up my yarn, take out the stitch marker, and I'm going to stuff this. This particular thing gets stuffed silly. And I find stuffing works better if you're stuffing little bits at a time. But yeah, you really want to, another reason why I use the front loop, back loop, invisible decrease is because you really want to stuff the bejesus out of this one. Like, stuff it until it's really compact. And as you can see, I'm turning it around as I stuff it. That helps, again, with shaping. And push in and down. And there we go. Okay. And as you can see, there needs more over here. This side's looking pretty good, so I need to put more over here because it looks a little wonky. So, get a little more stuffing. Let's put that over this way. I find I stuff better if I'm pushing into my hand. That's how I work better. You might work better in an opposite way. Because not everyone does everything the exact same way. So, you know, you do you. And, but I just show you what I do so you can get an idea of what's happening. And stuff, stuff, stuff. Okay, I think I've got enough here. So I'm gonna, there we go. Enough for now anyway. We'll do a little more after we've done our decreases. For the final round. Oh, and if my voice sounds a little scratchy, it's allergy season, so yeah, my voice doesn't like to work so well, so apologies there. Brace back on. And there we go. Tie it back up. And front loop, back loop. This is the tricky one for this because now that we've stuffed it, it's like, no, I don't want to decrease. You can't make me. But you can. You can always stuff a little less too. I struggle stuffing the thing with the smaller opening. I'll even use a pencil to push the stuffing in. So there we go, front loop, back loop, and yarn over, pulling up. Come on. That's because I have very big hands. I'm 5'9". I'd look really ridiculous if I had tiny little baby hands. Okay, there we go. And here, and Loki, don't you dare bark. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Loki, please be quiet. I'm almost done this. Here I am pleading with the dog. Ugh, tiny terrorist. Okay. And there's our last decrease. And did I even get that on video? I hope I did. Okay. If I didn't, apologies. But there you go. There's the final decrease. So now we're going to cut our tail so we can fasten off. There we go. Doesn't need much of one. So there. And at this point, just slip off that. Put that there. And we're going to finish the last little bit of stuffing here. Ugh. Use my pinky. I try to avoid using my pinky because that can hurt it sometimes because I have hypermobile fingers. But seeing as how I forgot to take out my pencil, and the next one I'll do that. Note to self: take out pointy stick. Oh, right. This is also useful for this. You want to stuff it silly. Okay. Almost. That works almost as good as my pencil. Unsharpened pencil, by the way. Okay, so see, that looks a lot more spherical. Yeah. Okay. So now to close up. So you fold up on it, and then you want to put your loop through, and we're going to go through the front loops to close this so the hole is less noticeable. So right, get out of the way, stuffing. Right there. There we go. Back to the camera. And so we're going to slip through. This is our first stitch here. So 1, like that. 2, 3, and because you end with 6 stitches, you want to do 6. 4, 5, and up through the last one, 6. There you go. And pull tight. Like, just grasp it and yank the sucker. Okay. And so there, that's all done. And now the next bit is to pass the yarn back through. And see how much cleaner that looks? Even with the fluff coming out of the bottom here. Hello, stuffing. Yeah, probably shouldn't fuss with it. Anyway, there we go. So it gives a much cleaner end. Okay, so in the next bit, because this is a toy, I like to just kind of anchor it off. So I come up here and slide through. One of the stitches that is a little, not so perfect, a little wider because of the gap. And I make a little knot like so, tie it around, and then for an extra bit of security, I just go through some of the stitches here. Yeah. It can be a little bit of a test of strength sometimes, because with cotton, the stitches get very tight. And so there we go. This is why I use a metal darning needle, by the way. A plastic will break. It can and does. So I've knotted it in. And now I'm just running some of the tail through some of the stitches. Again, this is just a security feature to keep it from coming apart. There we go. And I'm going to tuck that in here now. Just got enough done. And where I feel content that this is not going to come apart. And then just take your darning needle, tuck the rest of that tail back into the ball. And there we go. And give it a bit of a rounding off shape. And there you have it. There is your ball. And the other thing I found out about this is it's also the right size to use with like 18-inch dolls. It's So if you want to have like a prop for them. Yeah, so there's a cat, the finished cat ball, and it will be a hit with the cats, especially kittens, because they love to chase things. So, and there you go. And yeah, looks fun, right? I love the way the ombre makes up. I really do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one, whatever that video will be. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye.